who's truly responsible for debt? Because it seems like the way things have shifted, right? And I can see both sides. I can. But people really try to throw their debt responsibility on other people and say, like, I went to school. I chose to go to school. I made this decision.
I signed the paper,
put my parents in debt, and I have to pay it back, but it's not my debt to pay back.
Yo, like you would think somebody
crazy,
broke into your bank. You broke into your net worth
And
account.
threw 100 racks in debt in there. Like, it wasn't your decision.
Like, they snuck in and put it there. And
Like,
you turned around, it's like,
crazy, yo.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's how people talk about it. And I'll tell you a story.
Go ahead.
So, when I was at one of the schools I was at, they had a scholarship. And there was an administrator who I knew, and they came to me and told me, they were like, yo, we have this scholarship. Nobody's applying for it. If we don't give this money away, we're going to lose the funding. So apply for it, and you're going to get it. He said, this is free money. Nobody's applying for it.
Free bands?
Yes. So I was like, okay, I'll apply for it. So I go home, I'm like, doo-doo-doo-doo. So, and the next week, I get the joint in my account, my student account. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
So that kind of blew my mind, because there's a lot of resources that we're not using. Like, it's starting from high school, us not doing what we're supposed to do. The scholarships we can apply for before high school. We can go to the community college, but we don't. We can stay in state, but we don't. Once we get to the school, we can get good grades and apply for scholarships,
but we don't.
While we're there, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? So we're at each step of the way, we're surrounded by opportunities.
Yeah.
When we get into the workforce and go back to school, we could work for somewhere that will pay for it, like you are. But we don't.
Decisions.
But we don't. You know what I'm saying? And I get that not everybody has opportunity to all of those things.
Exactly. Yep.
But we all have opportunity to some of those things. So we have to be careful about how we talk about our debt, it being our responsibility, even if we made the decision when we weren't knowledgeable. Even if we are in the hole, there's other decisions that we can make
to get us out the hole.
Yep.
If you take on 50,000 your first year, but then you peep, yo, this is crazy. You can transfer to a state school.
Exactly.
You can transfer to a state school.
You can transfer back to community college. Like,
Yep.
there's a lot of options.
Dev worked through school.
Yep.
She worked through school. You know what I'm saying? Going in state. You know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
to her for that, being a mother, working, going to school, all at the same
Crazy.
dang time.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? And being married to me. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Yo,
to
that's a
her.
lot.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man, like, it's not nobody else's debt. We have a lot of decisions we can make. And like I said, a lot of us had to learn throughout the process. You know what I'm saying? Do things that we don't want to do.
Right.
Go to community college. Be looked at like you're not doing nothing.
Saving money. You can't ball out. Can't eat out.
Nah.
Can't get all new stuff that you want. But it's worth it.
Yeah. You
It's
know what I'm
worth
saying?
it. Dion, what you
So
think, bro?
for me, I'll say this: a lot of people not a lot of people, but there's different factors that contribute to the debt and different reasons as to why it's so high. But like Christian said, ultimately, the responsibility, once you sign that paper, is
It's on
yours.
the consumer. It's on the student, bro.
And so it's like-
is. Yeah.
I used to work at a bank. Y'all know this.
Yep.
And I'll get y'all hip to something, right? Bank's job is not to make you money. The bank's job is not to make you money. That interest rate that you have, the original purpose of a bank is to keep your money.
Safe.
And-
Just keep it safe. Yeah.
Then from there, they're looking for ways to make them money. And then from there, it's like, all right, what can we do with the other people?
Yeah.
And so, with that knowledge and knowing that banks are trying to make their money first, if you sign a loan with a bank, you know that they're trying to make money off of your loan.
They are taxing.
That's called
you.
interest.
They're gonna hit you with that interest. Exactly.
What interest is the price of money. That's what it
Yes.
is.
Yep.
The interest is the cost that you pay to
Cost
take
of
out money.
borrowing money. Exactly.
And so, if And you can look at interest rates before you sign a loan. They will, in fact, they tell you what they are before you sign the loan.
Because they can get in trouble if they don't tell you.
Working at a bank, they will get in so much trouble if the banks. One thing that they are is, in terms of interest rates and hidden fees, they are upfront with them because they will get in a lot of trouble if they're not.
Right.
And so you can see, all right, this is how much the loan is. This is what the interest rate is. After I get out of school, this is how much debt I'm going to be in before you do it.
Right.
Regardless if the amount of money that you're paying in the interest rate is out of pocket, you know that before you sign.
Yeah.
And so,
but people are getting their hands forced. They have to sign it.
Exactly.
They're forced to sign it. They have to.
And so that's why I say
That's facts.
There's a lot of contributing factors to it. Now, for people like me, I was 17 when I went to school, so I wasn't even. I had to have a cosigner on my joint.
Right.
But it's like, and I'll say, there's two parties actually that's responsibilities, because at that age I'm gonna bring the parents into it too. But between the parents and the child, and especially the parents, you should not if you see this and you're like, I don't know, don't force your kid to sign it.
Go with your gut. Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, you can complain all you want. It's not just gonna go away. Like, as much as I see on Twitter, student debt should be eliminated. We should. It's not gonna go away. It's not gonna go away.
It's not going.
And like
anywhere.
Christian said, like, every kid who goes to college they might not have had all the opportunity, but they had the opportunity to work as hard as they could in high school. Like, nobody but them could control that.
Yeah.
Now, was their high school experience all the same? Did they have the same? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, every single person on the planet Earth has the ability to do the best at which they're capable of doing. Everybody's capabilities might be different, but they have the ability to reach
and everybody's
their best.
Platforms at which they started are different.
Completely
but you can
different. But you can still give your best.
Exactly.
Speaking from me, and I think y'all said it too, so I think I can speak for y'all on this. We all had the opportunity, junior year, senior year, summer before we went to school, to look up so many scholarships.
That's a fact.
And like I mentioned before, his mom would send me an Excel spreadsheet of websites with 30, 40 scholarships on there. It was my decision. I don't know if Jay ended up doing what he did.
Yo, no lie. That's a true story.
But it was my decision at the end of the day to not do it. Like, straight up. My mom was telling me, Ms. Meredith was telling me, other people was telling me, it was my decision not to do it.